right shot
Bank
here.
it here.
Yeah, now he's got to go.
Ball
This is
cross side.
a tough shot. You know, you could make this 10 times in a row or miss them 10 times in a row.
To tie the set.
Nope.
Oh, he missed.
Goes long every time, huh?
Wow.
There's no question.
You would think.
8 in the corner.
Okay, now,
Now this is
magician.
he doesn't have it.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable. The pool gods.
What up, billiard fans? We are back with one of the most iconic match of the magician, EFREN Reyes. In this video, we will be witnessing how EFREN BATA Reyes defeated his all-time idol in billiard, an American legend, Hall of Famer, the one and only Mike SIGEL. This is the 2005 IPT 8-Ball Championship. It was participated by 42 players. This match is the final round in the tournament held in Orlando, Florida, USA. The winner here will take home over $200,000. Now, let's watch how did EFREN Reyes dominated his idol in the game. This is the 2005 IPT Championship 8-Ball, Game 1, Race to 8, Reyes versus SIGEL.
Since he doesn't have as big of a break as Mike SIGEL.
First rack, EFREN will take the first break.
EFREN Reyes went through 2 days of competition in dramatic style, surviving to get the first crack at the King of the Hill.
Well, he makes the ball in the break, and he has his choice, solids or stripes. It's 8-ball. Once he chooses the group, he then has to clear the table of all those balls, then shoot the 8-ball to win the game.
Right here, he has the stripe balls are in a bad position, or there's two stripe balls that are,
Clumped
together.
together there.
So I think he's going to go for the low balls right here, starting with the 1 ball.
1 ball in the corner.
Lori John, talk a little bit about some of the nuances for the uninitiated between
He chooses the solid
9-ball
ball.
and 8-ball. If you boil it down, a lot of the players at this event have said what 9-ball is to checkers, 8-ball is to chess. Is that accurate?
Absolutely.
6 on
8-ball
the
is
side.
there's no luck involved in 8-ball. I mean, you have to run out in 8-ball, and if you run out and if you get bad position on the last ball or something, you're finished.
EFREN is 51 years old in this tournament, and SIGEL is 53 years old.
Huge match. It's the match, really, of the century. It's the match that everyone in pool around the world have been dying to see. Half the people in the world think EFREN Reyes is the greatest player who's ever lived. The other half think Mike SIGEL is the greatest player that ever lived.
5 in the corner.
EFREN Reyes absolutely can do things that I don't think I've ever seen before. That was a great shot.
That was unbelievable. He had to play it off that ball. They call that a carom shot.
Exactly, and the average person probably wouldn't have done
3
that.
in the corner.
Couldn't have done.
Certainly not on purpose. Oh. And he couldn't get it to drop into the corner, so we'll see the king for the first time.
14 ball.
This is a tough shot for SIGEL. Watch this.
Oh, what a good try. He tried to break those 2 balls up right there. That was a fabulous try.
Almost did it.
That's the
And I want you to tell us about the pressure that these players are facing. John.
And Mike tanks one.
That's the pressure right there.
Boy, a couple of Hall of Famers with an early case of the yips.
Now here's. See
Kevin
if he
just-
moves.
4 ball in the corner.
He kinda
I
jumped
think
up
he
a little.
jabbed a little bit at it.
Jabbed
He just didn't have a nice stroke on it.
This is once again of the game. And as highly decorated and skilled as these players are, anybody's going to
3
feel a
ball in the
little bit of
corner.
the heat in a situation like this.
The first 2 racks, you're going to see a little bit of the jitters. Once they get over that, the match is going to go fast.
Well, I remember you, Lori John, in your match against Mike SIGEL in the first ever IPT event, 2 out of 3 set match. So Reyes with his second break,
Efren takes the first rack.
and this time nothing drops. So an open table for the king.
Second rack, no pocket from Efren's break.
Now, Mike Siegel was voted the greatest living player in the world by Billiards Digest magazine. And a lot of EFREN fans weren't happy with that because, again, half the planet thinks EFREN's the greatest living player. But EFREN is certainly a pressure player.
Absolutely. They've met many times over the years, too, before Mike retired. And Mike has a very good record on EFREN. Nothing
Six on the
like
side.
being under the pressure. You have to be under the pressure.
If you have an option, Lori John, would you rather be the king and have people coming at you fresh, or would you rather be out there playing
Two
in the
on the
field to
side.
have your stroke down?
I'd have to say playing in the field. Get my jitters out in the beginning and come on and play that final.
Corner.
Mike is Mike's chosen the low balls. The only thing Mike has to worry about is the 11 ball and that 8 ball are frozen together.
5 ball.
Now, where does he want to leave the cue ball after this make?
He's going to shoot the 1 ball next. Or possibly the 3 ball and break them up now and then the 1 ball.
Well,
Down for the 3 ball.
Leaves himself in a great position as well.
I try and break it except for that ball.
And what he's talking about there, he would try to break them up, but there's no guarantee that he's going to get a shot on the 8 ball
in the
because the
corner.
14 ball's in the corner and the 13 ball's in the corner. So he's choosing the right shot
Bank
here.
it here.
Yeah, now he's got to go.
8 ball
This is
cross side.
a tough shot. You know, you could make this 10 times in a row or miss them 10 times in a row.
To tie the set.
Oh, he missed.
Goes long every time, huh?
Wow.
He was practicing on this table earlier. It was going long every
13
single
to
time.
Every time.
So he was assuming it was going to go long, and all of a sudden, boom, it goes short.
And that's something that we talked about before, Kevin, was practicing in the morning before the people enter and before the camera lights are on, changes the table.
12 ball.
One foot on the ground, makes a difficult shot.
See, now that was very bad position there, Matt. He came up very short on that shot to where now this is, instead of being an easy shot,
15
it's just
ball.
a little bit more difficult.
Making it look easy, however.
Incredible shots.
He makes anything. He makes impossible shots. I've seen him do things that you can't do.
9 in the corner.
Boy, EFREN Reyes began this with
10
all
in the
7 of
corner.
his strike balls on the table. Mike Siegel again, just the 8 ball away from tying up the set at 1 game apiece. Instead, he's looking at the very real possibility of falling behind the Magician 2 games to none.
8 ball on the side.
And EFREN is going to keep the break. And you know, I watch EFREN in the games. You know, he can break around 5 or 6
Game
in a
2.
row.
Efren takes this rack 2 racks to 0.
Reyes leads 2 games to none.
Now, EFREN made a ball. And not that, for those of people at home, when you make a ball in the IPT Tour, you have your choice. You can either choose solids or you can choose stripes, even though he only made 1 ball.
Again, the balls are breaking up very good all the time, but you still have some balls that are tied up.
Third rack, Efren chooses the stripe ball this time.
Advantage to one player having more time on the table early to conquer that case of the yips that we saw so clearly in the first game.
Well, it's interesting you asked that. Mike told me that the first game kind of sets the precedent of the whole entire match. And when I played Mike
13.
and missed a shot in the first game, and he won that first game, kind of set the precedent. And his words might come back to haunt him.
Yeah, he missed that shot. He didn't stay down. He's been working on that.
I guess it goes in the corner. Yeah, it goes in the corner.
3-0 Reyes.
Efren takes track 3.
Well, the magician has pulled about a half a rabbit out of his hat early in this one.
Game 4.
4th track.
He's going straight inside. What is this?
I was just going to mention that. Mike just said that one ball, it's like that second ball is going right in the side pocket every time. That's the ball that I make when I break. And it's just the way you hit them.
Well, Efren keeps the break once again. Well, you almost get the sense that after that early miss,
You know, the men talk about, the break being the biggest thing, but he's hitting the ball so solidly, and the cue ball's ending up in the middle of the table that he's getting a shot, and the balls are, that one ball's going in the side
6
pocket
in the
every
side.
time. And Efren's loosening up. Look at his stroke.
oh, believe it.
4 in the corner.
Well, this is the kind of form that Efren Reyes has shown all throughout this event.
5 in the corner.
Well, Efren Reyes right now, unless something dramatic happens, he looks like he's going to take the first set
Look, he could break and run the next 3 or 4 games.
very easily.
8 in the side. Game 4.
4-0 for the magician.
Efren took this track again. Sigel didn't even have a chance to stand up.
Sitting there, shell-shocked right now.
We're back at the International Pool Tour's King of the Hill 8-Ball Championship match. Mike Sigel a bit muddled, a bit dazed at the moment, trailing 4-0.
Game 5.
Now let's look at this one ball, the head ball. See if it goes in that side again.
It's not the one ball I don't think it's going. It's that second. Okay, that was different. It was that second ball that was going in the side pocket.
Mike finally gets a chance to shoot. Where are the problems here, Lori?
5th track, no
Right
pocket
there.
from the break.
10 and the 11 ball. Those are the only 2 balls really that are possibly an issue. Everything else is fairly open.
Fans encouraging Sigel to, quote, talk it out and let him get comfortable
Boy,
here.
boy.
So he's been sitting in his chair for the last 15 minutes watching Efren run out, and now he's got a really hard shot to keep going. Otherwise, Reyes gets in, runs the table again.
But it's the right shot.
Nope.
No good.
And he can't get it to run down the rail. Wow.
A missed shot again from Sigel. Just to add up, pool fans, they have been playing for 4 consecutive days. Maybe the fatigue was kicking in.
I mean, I just can't get loose.
He needed an easy shot on that shot. If he shot the 14 ball, the odds of him getting out, if he didn't get perfect to shoot that 11 ball,
5
he
in the
was
corner.
finished anyway. So he chose the right shot.
An open. So, what you gonna do, huh?
He's been doing that his whole life.
Efren Reyes' whole life has been devoted to pool. And as is the case with so many of the players in the IPT from the Philippines, guys, they'll play all day, all night, for days and days at a time.
They live in the pool room, sleep
One
under
ball.
the table.
When you look at the 3 players who were the possible, players to.
Two misses so far by the reigning King of the Hill, Mike Sigel.
The good part about this format is it's best 2 out of 3 sets.
Right, it's the first player
in the
to win
side.
8 games wins the set, but you have to win 2
ball
of
on the
3
side.
sets.
Ready. He just needs a shot. He needs a straight-in shot in the corner pocket or in the side pocket, something easy to start a momentum.
For a
Big ball in the corner.
5-0 lead in this very important opening best-of-3 set.
Game.
5-0 Reyes.
5-0.
Might be a fast afternoon here in case I don't win a game.
Game 6. Mr. Reyes leads 5 games to none.
Reyes will keep the break again.
Well, the setup here, fairly open. He's probably going to take the low balls because the 3 ball is blocking the 10 ball. He can play the combination in the 7 ball into the 1 ball in the corner pocket.
EFREN is not known as one of the best breakers in the world. He has a good break,
4 ball.
but he's breaking very well today. He's making a ball on his break, moving the balls all over. Funny.
5 ball.
Well, you know what? Some tables, too, do not like hard breaks, if that makes sense. So, the atmosphere, sometimes you have to break them a little softer in order to get
Combination.
everything not
7 into
tied
the
up.
1.
So he's shooting the combination now, 7 into the 1. Great shot.
Perfect. Now, over the last 3 days at this tournament, we've seen players down 7-2 in a race to 8. Karen Core, for example, was down 7-2 against Nick Vandenberg. Came back to win 8-7. So we've seen players all throughout the week come back from huge deficits, 6-0, even 7-0, to come back to win 8-7. But they haven't been under this much pressure in this setting.
Right.
Do you think Mike has that? Can he overcome the pressure?
There's no question in my mind that Mike can overcome the pressure. He needs 1 game. But I think he's putting too
Set
much
2,
pressure on
game
that 1
3.
game.
Right.
Now the Magician's still rolling. And now just an 8 ball away from a 6-0 lead.
Again, nothing's
He's known
easy.
as a shot maker, and there he is. He's known as a. That was not a very easy shot at all. And he just fired that in.
Another game for the Magician. He leads 6-0, and all Mike the Mouth Siegel can do is talk to himself.
Couldn't put the heat on.
Mike Siegel voted the world's greatest living player, perhaps less Reyes holding break leads 6 games to 0.
7th rack. EFREN's break again. No pocket.
Well, Mike may have a chance here.
Look at, okay.
I'll tell you what, he flew out of the chair.
Which is good, but Mike needs to slow down or all he's going to come out for. In the middle of the table. And he didn't hit it
Oh,
very
my
well. Oh, my
God.
goodness.
Oh, don't tell me I can't hit the 9. Huh? Huh? This is unbelievable here. This is, huh? What's the deal here now? Tell me what's going on here today. Look at this. Huh? I mean, what's going on here? Huh? I can't make 2 in a row yet. Yeah, you like this so far, huh? Well, looks pretty good over in that section, huh? This ain't over by a long shot. Don't worry about it. Just let me make 2 in a row. That's all I want to make is just 2 in a row. That's all I'm hoping for. It's all right. This set ain't over with.
14.
Not a lot of room for error. No.
And a scratch on top of it. Just to salt up the wound. Did he pick up again
I
there?
made 2 in
He
a row
picked
yet.
up and he did not stroke the shot.
Unbelievable.
Misses and scratches. Ball in hand now for EFREN, which means he can put the ball anywhere on the
2
table.
ball in the corner.
And everything's wide open. Again.
It seems that Siegel's not having it in this game 1. Bad shot and scratch.
One in the corner.
Going on this side of the 15. I can't just make them and wind up in the jaws. What am I going to shoot? You know what I mean? You know, force it over here and here. You know what I mean?
He's talking
Six
to
ball.
longtime friend Nick Varner, Hall of Famer.
Over here, I had to go like this. Wish I could have 15 up here, just eased it down, maybe. You're right.
4 in the corner.
What do you say if you're his corner man? If you're in Mike Siegel's corner now, you want to make him feel good. Yes, sir. Yeah, you're right, Mike. You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, you have to do that. You know what? If you're a corner man, you've got to pump up the person that you're trying to inspire. You know, you don't want to tell him that he's doing things wrong, and you need to pump him up.
EFREN obviously is incredibly
7 in the
confident right now. He feels good, and again, he's been playing against the best players in the world for the last 2 days. He's played 10 matches.
And yesterday, Manalo almost went to this tournament undefeated.
That's right.
Now Marlon had EFREN 4-0, and EFREN beat him 8-4.
Came back to win, exactly. And, you know, Marlon was playing like God up until then in the tournament.
3 in the corner.
Played 16 matches without a loss. Came up against Francisco Bustamante, lost a heartbreaker, and then against EFREN. And whoever won that match was coming in to this tournament.
Well, he's got a layup
ball
with
in the
the
corner.
8 ball here.
Take a commanding lead. He missed. Oh, almost missed that ball.
EFREN wins the rack.
Nothing for the magician, and this gets back to something we touched on earlier, Lori John, the fact that EFREN Reyes is a big money player, and there has never been money bigger than the money here at the King of the Hill Shootout.
I actually did not like his stroke on that shot.
No, you know, anything in it, people don't understand the pressure.
Game 8, Mr. Reyes leads 7 games to none.
Eighth rack. No pocket again from EFREN's break.
Reyes.
That's what Mike
And
was-
watch and look at this.
Those 2 balls are tied up.
And that's the
Tell
cue.
me how tough this game is. How do you like this action? Huh? You know, here's the funny thing is I feel like I'm playing perfect. I ain't made 2 in a row yet. Figure that. That's the truth, right? I mean, that's how I feel. Can't make 2 in a row yet. I got to shoot from here, right? Can't pass. Play safe. Yeah, where? This is unbelievable here. I'll tell you that right now. I don't even know how do you play safe. This guy ain't missing a ball. Where am I going to put him here? Short, just what I thought. See you later.
You know, he's joking about this on the outside, but he's dying inside.
He sure is. You know, that's really hard. You know, he lets a lot of air out by talking, and that's why he got the nickname the Mouth.
Even he's laughing.
Is this an easy layout for EFREN, Lori John?
Yes, it is. He's going to shoot the low balls. Nothing's tied up. Everything has a pocket. I'm looking at the ball. The only area
1 in the corner.
there's 3 solid balls in a row.
Now, I talked to EFREN last night after his win against Marlon to get into this final. And I said, how's your record? He goes, Mike has the edge. They're pretty close, but Mike has had the edge in heads-up matches with EFREN. He's over this ball, not easy.
Well, it's
Just barely made that.
almost a foregone conclusion, barring a miraculous turnaround, that Mike Siegel will be down 1-0, perhaps in moments. What does he need to do, Lori John, speaking of Mike Siegel, to get...
You cannot change the past. You have to just go ahead. All Mike has to look at is it's a race. You know, he has to win the next 2 sets.
Again, it's never been done before. Mike Siegel has never lost 2 sets to lose at a final table.
7 in the corner.
And the crutch will make its first appearance here. EFREN Reyes is very skilled in that particular shot.
And look at this.
Mike is
Eight
saying
ball in
that
the
this
corner.
does not have to go.
The game and set.
I mean, you just never know.
The first set ball.
Efren takes his rack again,
0.
and he wins the game 1, 8 racks to 0. This is the legendary first set of Efren against Siegel.
Efren.
On the second game, Efren wins 8 racks to 5. What a game by the Magician, and he'll take home $200,000 US. A really amazing performance by Efren against one of his idol.
A historic match, historic proportions, largest prize money in the history of the sport. Over $1 million was given away in this tournament with the 43 best pool players from all over the world. And EFREN Reyes.